I'm at the site of Gallows Hill. I'm actually right on the top of Gallows Hill in Skidby. Now, Skidby is set back about half a mile down the hill that way. The area is just in front of me. I'll turn the camera shortly. There's a lot of trees here now, and the footpath behind me leads up to Gallows Hill, which it has done for many, many years. This is the site of old executions. They used to hang sheep stealers, as they called them, along this pathway all the way down Gallows Hill. The sun is just going down. I do have some light with me if I need it. If I spin the camera around, you may be able to see Skidby Mill in the distance. So there's a lot of traffic tonight. That lit up in the distance is Skidby Windmill. Just in the distance there, down the hill, about half a mile, is Skidby Village. And this area where the trees are is Gallows Hill. There is some kind of grave marker in there. Good evening, Babsy. How are you doing? It's just you at the moment. Hopefully more people will populate this live. This is a really calm area. Apart from about 2 miles in that direction, you can hear the motorbikes whizzing down on the way to Beverley. Hello, Tina. How are you doing? Hello, Mason. So that is Skidby Mill all lit up. I've just walked roughly 3/4 of a mile all the way down this path up to Gallows Hill, and you can't really make it out, but I'm on a hill, and that goes back down the other side of Gallows Hill. Good evening, Rachel. How are you doing? We have been here a few times before. The last time I was here, I was actually flying a drone. If you look on the PSI YouTube channel, you will see some drone footage, and I'm circling a drone all the way around Gallows Hill filming. And I fly most of the way down to the village and back, but I start losing signal on my drone, so I have to bring it back. I've just fired the fields by the look of it and the smell of it. Good evening, Badger. How are you doing, sir? Hello, Matt. How are you doing? Cutting your son's hair. Excellent. Well, it is school next week. Again, the 6 weeks holidays are up. I shall be sitting on this little kind of bench here, taking some readings shortly. I'm going to walk down the other side of Gallows Hill, and I do have the trial field with me. And I'm going to be setting it to a... Wow. Why is that going off already? My phone, maybe. So I'm going to walk down there on standard magnetic. I'm going to move the trial field to the side so my phone does not interfere with it. So it is now at arm's length to my right. I'll just walk down and I'll let you guys know if I get any readings on the tri field. Closer I bring it to my phone on magnetic, that will trigger the tri field. So this is the site of the old executions on Gallows Hill. Hello, Callum. SR Spookfest, how are you doing? I haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're okay. So I'm walking down the other side of Gallows Hill. I'll go in here in a minute. There's kind of like a grave marker. I'll show you guys soon. No one behind me. So I'm on top of a hill here. Site of the old executions on Gallows Hill, Skidby. So this is actually fluctuating, this tri-field meter on magnetic, but in the distance, I don't know if you can see it, there's a lot of power cables. Don't know if it's going to pick up. Are they giving off a very strong magnetic field this far away, maybe half a mile away? I don't know. I'm not going to walk down there and test it. So it's fluctuating 0.5 to 1.5. I am at arm's length. It shouldn't be going off because of my phone. Hello Jack, how are you doing? So Jack's been up here with me before as well, onto Gallows Hill. The magnetic readings here are fluctuating. They're going well over what it should be. They're going to 2.9 milligauss. So I'm just walking down the other side of Gallows Hill, just taking a quick magnetic reading at arm's length. My phone is about 1.5 meters away. I've got longer hands. No, it's not that far. It's about 1 meter away. Good evening, Raven. How are you doing, Tracy? I hope you're okay. I'm not going to go all the way down Gallows Hill. I'm just going to stop at the end of this path and walk back and test it for any kind of electrical field, because I'm testing for magnetic at the minute, and it is going 1.6, 2.4, 2.9. It is fluctuating like crazy. The executions took place roughly the late 1300s, between 1377 and 1390. So that area there where the trees are now is the site of the Gallows. Why is it on this hill? Because just at the bottom of that hill down there is the village of Skidby. You can't quite make it out, but there's a small village there. And they used to make examples of people by hanging them, basically, or leaving them in cages to rot and starve at the top of this hill. And this path here goes all the way to Skidby Mill, and there's always kind of been a mill on that site for years, so people used to walk there. As you can see, a very old path. So the tri-field meter is fluctuating between 0.4 to 2.9, and it shouldn't be. I'm in an open field, there's no power cables near me, there's some about 1/2 mile in the distance. Dang old, yeah, it very old. Not too many people know about this site. I am starting to visit some kind of sites of execution, and this is one of the closest ones to me. I'm just swapping the tri-field over now to electric. As you can hear, it's stopped. It's now reading 0. So the magnetic field going up Gallows Hill is fairly strong. So I believe there was a body of a young guy found in there in the 90s, and somebody has put a plaque in there. I'll go and show you that now as I'm walking up with the tri-field set on standard electric. So I'm looking for electric fields now. And I can't believe I'm actually giving you a bit of history as well at the same time. We used to have a historian. So if I point the camera in that direction, all those little orange lights is kind of in the direction of Willoughby and Cottingham, which is, Jack is pretty much in that direction somewhere. The tri-field meter, we are looking as I'm walking up Gallows Hill, is on 0. No electrical items around, apart from my phone, obviously. We've been here before, and somebody walked over the hill as we was investigating a few years back. It was a bit weird having to explain what 2 grown men were doing in the bushes. So I'm going up the hill. Very interesting place. There's a lot of history to this place, and you wouldn't know it unless you did a bit of research. There's quite a bit of wind up here. So that light in the distance there is Skidby Mill. It's a working windmill. There's not many of them left. They still produce flour. Excellent, Tracy. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. You are awesome. So these are way in. I'm just going to put the tri-field back in my pocket. There's no static energy field, but there is a strong EM field walking up and down the hill. Now it could be that somewhere there may be mobile phone, telephone masts giving off maybe a strong signal. I don't know, I can't explain why the magnetic field would be that strong, other than we could be on a ley line, because I don't know if you know how ley lines are made, but for years, well, centuries, people have walked this path up and down all the way to the mill. Don't know anything about tri-field meters. Janice, how are you doing? I haven't seen you for a while. I don't know anything about tri-field meters. Large ironstone deposits set off magnetic setting. Yeah, I mean, if there's a magnetic charge, it could do. Geology of the area, no. Other than because of the path and people walking it for centuries, you know, you do create those ley lines, what are like magnetic courseways where people have been walking. I'm going to go into the tree area. You know, at the bottom near the windmill there, if anyone lives not far from here, they have a big cafe and it's really nice. It's a bit expensive, but it's nice. And it's nice just to sit out and have a drink and a sandwich. Hello, Mason. Bella ciao. Skidby Mill is haunted. The nearest pub in Skidby, Half Moon Pub, is nice, all haunted as well. Yeah, Jack, if you go in there again with Angie, ask them if we can go in and investigate. So as I go in here, there is... I've just got to duck down. Oh, there's like a stone. So we are on the site of the where people were hanged, with a plaque on it. I'll go over to white light so you guys can read it. Bit bright, bit bright. It says, Andrew Derek Welburn died the 9th of September 1991, aged 23 years. Peace after so much suffering. I believe this area is where they found him. I have no idea about the story. If anybody wants to Google that and have a look on Google why he was here. I'll try some sound recordings maybe shortly. And somebody's put, does it say Andy, God what? God bless or Bess, rest in peace. God bless Andy. Andy, why is it Andy? So it was the two people discovered here. I mean, don't know how long ago that was, but that one was certainly 1991. Bella ciao is Mason. He used to hang out here, Jack, is that right? I'm just going to come out. I can hear voices. Just let me check there's nobody coming. I'll go back in there shortly and try and capture some EVPs. I just want to check to see if anybody's coming. I know sound travels on the wind, and the wind is actually blowing up here. So I'm looking down the footpath all the way to the mill. I can't see anybody coming or going. Let's go back in and try to capture an EVP. The real bumfluff paranormal, hello. Just give me a second, I'm checking my pockets for me sound recorder. This is when you need a couple of pairs of hands. Let's go and have a look. Back in here. Oh. My sound recorder just turned itself on. Did you hear the beep? Let me see what's that's recorded. Can you please come and speak to us? What? That's playing an old recording. That's weird. Right, I'm gonna put white light on, I think, just so we can see the names on this stone. It's Andrew Welburn. Andrew Welburn, can you hear my voice? Would you like to leave me a message for anyone? My name's Mark. I'm here just after answers. If you would like to tell me anything, speaking to this device in my hand. Let's play that back. Andrew Welburn, can you hear my voice? Would you like to leave me a message for anyone? My name's Mark. I'm here just after answers. If you would like to tell me anything, speaking to this device in my hand. Andy, are you there? My name's Mark. If you have anything you would like to say, just please say it into this device, what I am holding in my left hand. Andy, are you there? My name's Mark. If you have anything you would like to say, just please say it into this device, what I am holding in my left hand. Let me just take a EM reading. So I've got the tri-field, one magnetic. So that is the phone setting it off. So take that away from the phone, just place it there. It's only just twitching. Andrew or Andy, can you come near this device? It will make a noise and it'll show me some numbers. 0.8, thank you. Can you do that again just to confirm that was you? Andy, can you go near that meter again? 1.3, 1.8, 1.2. I do appreciate you doing that, Andy. 2.5. Let's try and get so you guys can see that. Andy, can you do that the best you can, please, so we can see that again? Can you go near that device? Thank you. That is brilliant. If you can hear my voice, thank you. Can you do it now, please? If that is you, Andy, I do appreciate it. So, Andy, do you mind if I try and take a sound recording and capture your voice? 1.9 milligauss. If you're happy with that, can you do that to that meter again, please? Can you touch it? Thank you. Right, so let's try. Yeah, just give me a second, I'll get it out of my pocket. Yeah, we just had somebody walk past. I'm just going to step out to make sure they've got out of the way so they don't interfere with this sound recording. Yeah, whoever it was has gone right down there. They're still doing it. Thank you, Andy. I'm here now. I'll try to take a recording of your voice, if that's okay with you. .06. It is twitching like crazy, that tri-field. Andy, my name's Mark. Can you confirm your name and tell me your name, please? Speaking to this device in my hand. Andy, My name's Mark. Can you confirm your name and tell me your name, please? Speaking to this device in my hand. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, that's the phone doing that. Andy, can you touch that meter on the floor for me, please? Thank you. 0.8. Thank you. Oh, no worries, Badger. So, Andy, I'm going to try a sound recording, and if that is okay, and you will try and speak into this device for me, can you affect that meter on the floor so I know that's okay to do? 0.6. All right, thank you. So here we go, Andy. Andy, as I said earlier, my name is Mark and I know your name is Andy, but have you got a message that I can pass on to somebody? Anything? Can you just shout into this device? The Trafield went really high. I don't know if you heard it. Play this back. Andy, as I said earlier, my name is Mark and I know your name is Andy, but have you got a message that I can pass on to somebody? Anything? Can you just shout into this device? So guys, I'm not hearing anything if Andy is trying to speak into the device, into the sound recorder. What I'm going to do is pick the Trafield up and I'm going to go around the other side. Okay, did you see that? Did you see it? Did you hear it? Well, you can't see the screen from here, but he's twitching on standard magnetic and he's spiking out at 1.9, 1.6. Have I got a spirit box with me? Yeah, I have. Jack, you know what? That is a good idea. If you can't communicate using his voice, then spirit box may help. He's at the minute communicating through the Trafield meter. Oh, what have I done? Just let me grab this. Thank you, Andy. I'm going to use another device. Hopefully you can speak to me through that. When I found it, it's in one of my pockets. I just need to put this in the light so I can see what I'm set on. I'm going to go on shortwave, band 7. Andy, do you want to talk through this? Andy, can you shout your name for me, please? Can you try again, please? Please visit our Discord link channel. There's a link there. You can put anything up, paranormal or whatever you're doing through the day. Andy, can you do your best to shout your name into this device, please? Hello? Andy, I believe it may have been you trying to communicate using the trifield meter on the floor. Can you shout through this device? Shout your name, please. Just shout Andy. My hamster is going nuts. I got to go. All right, mate. See you soon. I heard a voice, Callum. FM. You see, we're bound to get something on FM because there's local FM stations in the area. Hello? Right, so we'll put FM on and then we will see if it is just coincidental or what. So we're on FM.
Mike was about to a private.
Andy, is there more words you can use on this station?
To prove.
Oi, Andy, can you shout your name, please? Shout Andy. I heard you used to like this place.
Really group.
I've just heard something on the outside of it. Just round there. I'm going to go over that. I'll just fasten this in my pocket. You heard Mike. Have I got the monster box? No, Jack, I haven't brought that one. I've brought the one off Happy Droid because it was a bit lighter to carry. It's not as bulky. Hearing dogs. So there's like there's mist. There's a mist rolling in, coming from Willoughby area. Good evening, UK Paranormal Search. How are you, Phil? I hope you're doing good. I haven't managed to have a face-to-face chat with Tony as yet, but I've sent him a message, and obviously I sent you that response about Halloween. So, Phil, you might know a bit about areas like this. This area is called Gallows Hill. I'm in Skidby, and I'm on the site where they used to have the old gallows and do executions. Before, when I came, I think I was with Jack maybe, I looked, they ploughed the field, and I'd looked and I found some really old pottery. And to be fair, there's no other buildings in this area for about 1 or 2 miles. And I'm thinking, well, why would there just be pottery there? So apparently, when they used to do these public executions or these hangings, people used to come out, make it like a few hours, like a day out with a family, and just watch it and sit and eat food and all sorts, which is why this area especially, there's bits of pottery and pipe around. Like there, look. There's a really old, if you can make it out, forget the right, there's a white light on that. There's a white, what looks like the rim of a plate, a really old plate. All right, Mason, see you soon. Wow, thank you, Tracy. Raven, you are excellent. Thank you for supporting the channel. Awesome. It's a very small location. Like I said, I'm right on the top of a hill, and on the hill now is this treed area. And somebody was found, or there's like it's not a grave, it's like a marker and a plaque. A body was found in the 90s, Andrew Welburn. if you watch this live back when it's finished, just near the beginning, you'll see the trifield meter is really responding on magnetic, not electric, on magnetic, to questions that I am asking, and that's made it all worthwhile to me. That's what I love coming for, just to get those types of readings. I'm going to go red. It doesn't make me stand out a mile like the white light. Spuds. Spud field. Loads of them. If you can see them, just a sec. Spuds all over the place, little spuds. Are they? Little stones. Like little red spuds. Potatoes. So I'm just trying to get out of this field. And I'll go back in the other side. Yeah, Jack. Send all our best to Gwen. Happy birthday, Gwen. So this is part of the hill, like I said, just down about half a mile down the field is Skidby village. They used to, like I said, hang them on the gallows here, right on top of the hill, so they could see them swinging from the village down there. Kind of set an example when there was stealing sheep. And this was back in the late 1300s. you know, it's always worth a chance taking readings to see if you get anything. But if Andrew did die on this site, I mean, that was in the 90s, his energy, if those readings are anything to go by, is still about. Whether or not energy from the late 1300s is, I do not know. Maybe it just moves on or fades away, who knows. But these are always interesting sites to visit. And you got your tiger onesie on, Mason, excellent. It'll keep you warm. We was a gruesome society. Now, if you go stealing things, you get given all sorts of free stuff. And if you get locked up and you're lucky enough to get locked up in a cell, you get free TV, gym membership, free food, things like that, because obviously society pays for it. So the light in the distance there is the old mill, which is lit up. I've got a really good view, but obviously the camera's not picking it up so well. An endless shower sex. Am I missing a conversation in this chat? So let's go back in here. That tree, the gear for that is massive. Prison time in the shower. So yeah, those responses, what seem to be coming from Andrew, very interesting. I cannot prove that that is what was happening, but it seemed like there was an intelligence there, like an intelligent response when I was asking. You're away? You're off to Manchester, Jack? You're going to Malta? You get more holidays than I have hot dinners. Can't be bad. I hope you have a good time anyway, Jack. Right, let me just put this down a second. I'm just going to attempt capturing a few more EVPs. Hello? Andy, are you there, mate? Can you speak to me? All I want you to do is shout your name, Andy. The wind is picking up pretty strong now. Play that back. Hello? Andy, are you there, mate? Can you speak to me? All I want you to do is shout your name, Andy. Andy Wellben, can you tell me what happened to you? Would you want to tell me? You don't have to share that information. Just say yes or no. Andy Wellben, can you tell me what happened to you? Would you want to tell me? You don't have to share that information. Just say yes or no. Is there anyone in this area that was executed or hanged unlawfully that would like to come forward and speak with me if you can understand me? Just tell me what your first name is, please. Is there anyone in this area that was executed or hanged unlawfully that would like to come forward and speak with me if you can understand me? Just tell me what your first name is, please. Bloody hell, everybody's going on holiday apart from us. Crete? Who's going to Crete? Excellent. I'll tell you where it's steeped in history, where I've been once. I wouldn't go again because it was too hot. I went to Egypt, I went to Luxor, and I visited the Valley of the Kings. You know, I've always had a fascination with ancient traditions, ancient burials and things. The ancient Egyptians was one of them, or ancient Egypt. So I had to go to the Valley of the Kings, and I went into the tomb of King Tut. It was excellent. Loved it. It's insane, mate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a few minutes. I'm just going to walk around the other side where that little bench is. I just want to capture something on camera so you guys can see it or hear it. You see that little plant there, all sparkly? What's that? What is that? Does anybody know what this plant is? White light, there you go. It's got the leaves like round discs of paper. I just saw it glimmering in me torchlight. Anybody know what that is? Well, it wasn't every 5 minutes, mate. I think it was about every 30 minutes we was advised to drink water in Egypt because you've got temperatures in the high 50s and it's too hot to be in the sun. I mean, I'm looking at this tree, right? The base of that tree, I'm looking at 8 to 10 feet. It finishes over there, look. That is an old tree. And I don't know if we've done this before, but before I go around there, let's just check out if there's any massive. The width of this tree is unbelievable. Right, I'll look at the branch up there. Look for any kind of sign of if they just slung a rope over and hung them. But this tree can't be that old. I mean, to date back to the late 1300s, you know, we're touching nearly, what, somebody do the math. What, 700 and something years ago. Roadblocks when I get home, I don't know, it might be a bit late. Just checking out these branches to see if any of them were used later on for hanging, but they don't look like there's any kind of rope marks on them or anything. Yeah, I was thinking maybe a hanging tree badger, but like I said, the branches don't look right to be a hanging tree. I can't see any marks in the branches to show that rope being around them. There's normally telltale signs, isn't there? But I believe if it was made a spectacle of, they will have hung them on gallows, you know, and just left them there to rot. So my torch is getting attacked by all the moths. There's a mist. You can't see it, but I can see there's a big, thick mist coming in right at the bottom near the houses. It's quite dark now. Cattle stealers. Cattle, yeah. I know it was marked down as sheep stealers back in the day, and they weren't very old either. People obviously had to do what they did to survive for food and things. So, you know, if you would like to show yourself in the distance, just over there, before I go, that'd be really, really good. We would appreciate that. Anyone that was hanged or lost a life in this area, come forward and show yourself. You know, every time I say that when I'm by myself, and it like got my back to something, it feels like somebody stood behind you. They used to hang you for setting fire to haystacks. You know, that makes sense because obviously you've got corn, wheat, barley, everything they needed for food. And I just have to say, I have been going through the footage of the old ramming. There's some interesting stuff. UK Paranormal Search is on the chat there. If you click on his page and go subscribe to him, I think we'll be joining him again on Halloween at a place in Manchester called Antwerp Mansion, I believe. So anyway, please show yourself if you are capable. Yeah, Phil, it'll be good. It'll be a good video. It shows you a bit more in depth of how we investigate taking baseline readings and trying to rule out pretty much everything. And obviously Phil is in it quite a bit as well, so you'll get to see Phil. Please show yourself, come forward. Andy, are you in them bushes? Can you show yourself? Yeah, it's good to see it from another perspective. You know, I mean, I did watch a few of yours, obviously, before we met up at the Ancient Ramin, and everybody does things differently. I know you like doing vigils, which are brilliant. I'm getting a... Don't think Andy's there, mate. No, I don't. Plenty of moths. So if you look down the page, you'll see some drone work I did. And I flew a drone around Gallows Hill on a massive scale. You'll see the full hill, the full area of where the gallows once was. If you look down our page, it's quite far down. I think it's under the drone section. I think I annoyed a few people because I was flying my drone when they walked past and didn't like it. Bimble, how are you doing? Bimble with Bruce. Just hoping that I can catch a glimpse of something before I walk back, because it's about 3/4 of a mile back to the car. It's very windy. Myron, if you want to know what you're watching, you're going to have to go back to the beginning and watch it from the beginning. So that is like the long road to Willoughby and to Cottingham. Very dark. Guys, I do appreciate you all watching. I can't shine that. About blue, too bright. White, that'll do. So I do appreciate you watching. It's being interesting. I always like coming to historical places like Gallows Hill. Even though it was centuries ago, you never know what readings you're going to get. And when you watch the beginning of this live, you'll see, as I'm walking up and down the hill, what different types of magnetic readings I'm getting, and nothing on the electric scale. So it's really, really interesting to watch. Those of you that investigate anyway. So thank you for watching. I'm going to make my way back to the car, which is about 3/4 of a mile in that direction towards the windmill, and it's pitch black. So I'll see you all really, really soon. Thank you to Tracy Raven for donating. We do appreciate you supporting us, and I'll catch you all again real soon. Take care. Good night, peeps.